So here's what's going on, guys. I just finished letting these forms dry. These forms were initially pinched from a ball of clay. I took my thumb, I pinched, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn. I opened the form, I created a rounded form with no flat sides, and I made sure it was even thickness. I tried to get the forms roughly the shapes that I want for my designs. Everybody's designs are a little different, so let your designs dictate your initial forming. But what I'm going to show you now is what to do with these forms. Now that they've stiffened up, I'm going to show you how to refine and fine-tune them. One technique we're going to use a lot of is paddling, and I'm going to take a paddle, it's just a flat board, and I'm going to use it to kind of knock down the bumps, and so I'm smoothing the shape, smoothing the surface, but I'm also able to dramatically change the surface. So I'm going to turn this one into a little bit more of an oval shape. The critical thing here is that the clay is in the right stage to do this. You don't want it to be too wet, you don't want it to be too dry. As I did some paddling there, I can see some irregularities on the inside, so I'm going to start smoothing those out. You can kind of see what my fingers are doing in there. Trying to get this smoothed out. Make sure I have no low areas or high areas. But anytime you notice something that could be smoother, go ahead and fix that. In the end, just like with our stepstones, we want to leave no evidence of how it was made. We're trying to make the clay look like something that grew in nature, not that was made with tools by people. As I look at this form, I'm noticing, I'm kind of wishing I could tighten it up a little bit right here. So I'm gonna do a subtractive forming technique called darting. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut this shape out of the form, and then I'm going to bring these edges together. So as I cut, see how I'm cutting at an angle. And I'm going to cut at that same angle over here. And with clay that's still pretty flexible, you see it still moves, I can just put it back together, overlap the edges, and that's why I cut both at the same angle. I'm going to pinch along that edge, pinch, 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 and then compress. Okay, so to put this together, I'm going to score and slip everywhere they're touching. I'm going to make a little line here just to help me know where I'm going to score and slip. So I know all of this down here gets scored and slipped, and then all of this gets scored and slipped. So watch me do this really fast.
Water, score, okay, water, and score. And water, and score again. It's 3 times. Okay. Now I need to score the other part as well.
Okay, now I'm going to put these together. Okay, that's where I want them. So now they're approximately together. I'm going to go ahead and try to add as much pressure to the seam as possible. So I'm pushing the clay. You see in here I'm pushing the seam outward, and here I'm using my thumb to push the seam inward. But these two fingers are working together like this. adding coils to the form. I add the coil, I pinch the coil, and I compress the coil. You don't want to see any seams. So if you had a cracked lip, this is an easy way to get rid of that and replace it with something new. And I could add as many coils to this as I want. So I just stacked another coil on. Compress, compress, compress. And again, these fingers are working together. Make sure the seam goes away. And then the same on the inside. My thumb is compressing the coils on the inside right now. So these fingers are working together like this. Compress until you do not see the seam. If you see a seam, you need to fix it. You need to compress some more. Okay, I'm going to try to pinch this in a little bit. So this is folding over right here. I'm just going to pinch it together and compress, compress, compress. Make sure those walls stay even thickness. If you find a thick spot, pinch it out. Fix as you build. Even your walls as you build. Because once I start closing this up, I won't be able to get back inside to the lower part.
Add a little more to this. Start moving over in this direction.